Once upon a time, the earth was filled with violence and wickedness. People's hearts were evil all the time. God looked down at the world he had created and saw that it was filled with violence and corruption. He was so grieved to see this that he was very sorry he had ever made people. And God said to himself, "I have made humanity, but now I will destroy them all. Both people and animals, because they are wicked. The earth is all filled with violence. My spirit will not put up with these people being here anymore. I will wipe out everything that lives on the earth, all people and all animals." Then the Lord said, "I am going to send a flood to wipe out everything that lives on the earth. I will kill all living things in which I have breathed." So Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. And the Lord said to him, "You have found favor in my eyes. I will teach you how to build an ark, so that you and your family and a few of every kind of animal can survive the coming flood." Then Noah did everything just as God had commanded him. He built the ark, setting its frame, covering it with pitch, making its floor and walls. He built it exactly as God had told him. And the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark with your family, for I have seen that you are righteous among the people of this time. And I will establish my covenant with you and bring the other animals in, to 2 of every kind, to keep them alive with you." So Noah, his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the ark with all kinds of living things, with pairs of male and female animals, all clean and unclean. They all went into Noah, and the Lord shut the door behind him. Then the rain began and poured down for 40 days and 40 nights. The day that Noah and his sons went into the ark, the same day all the fountains of the great deep burst forth, and the heavens were opened, and the rain poured down on the earth. It was so that all the living things that moved on the land died, and all humans perished, every one of them. But Noah and those who were with him in the ark, they all survived. The waters prevailed and increased greatly on the earth. And the ark, which was tossed about in the waves of the sea, ran aground on the mountains. Then after 40 days, Noah sent out a raven, and it flew around and came back to him. Since it didn't find a resting place for itself, he then sent out a dove, but it came back to him, since there was still water everywhere. So he sent it again a second time, and when the dove left the ark, it did not come back. And it happened after 7 days that Noah sent out the dove again. But this time the dove came in with an olive leaf in its mouth. So Noah knew that the water had receded from off the earth. Then he waited another 7 days and sent out the dove again, and it did not return. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons' wives, with all the living things that are with you. Surely all living things are clean. Everything that is alive and moves shall be food for you. And just as I gave you life, so shall your offspring. Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth." Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took some of every clean animal and some of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled the pleasing odor, and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of man, for this is a people before me who humble themselves." Therefore God said, "Behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your offspring after you, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God to you and to your offspring after you. And behold, I have established my covenant with day and night in the fixed order of heaven and earth. Surely, surely no more a flood shall destroy the earth again." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I have put my bow in the clouds. It is a sign of the everlasting covenant between me and the earth." And it came to pass, when everyone had finished coming out of the ark, that Noah opened the window that was in the ark. And he looked outside. Now the rains had ceased from the heavens, and the earth was dried up. Then Noah sent out a raven, but it did not return. So he sent out a dove, which also did not return. And after a while, the dove returned to him with an olive leaf in its beak. And Noah waited another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return. Again Noah waited 7 days, and sent out the dove, which never returned. Then it came to pass after this that God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go out from the ark, you and your wife, your sons, and your daughters. Your sons and your daughters, and all the beasts, and all the livestock, and all the birds, all that are with you, that you may go forth from the ark. For I have indeed made an end of all flesh, all the earth. And you, being found righteous in this generation, have been preserved by me from the earth, that you should be a people, a remnant and a nation before me, and your offspring after you shall be many. And you shall increase greatly, and your offspring shall possess the earth. So they did, and all the animals of the earth, and all the birds. Everything that moves on the land after their kinds got out of the ark. And Noah built an altar and offered burnt offerings to the Lord. And the Lord smelled the sweet savor and said in his heart, I will never again curse the earth. For the thoughts which man